All right, looks like we're recording. What's up, Coach?
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
So good, so good, so good to be here with you. And this is just a quick video for, well, first of all, let me just say why you're here, right? How did you land on this video? If you're watching this, you already know us and love us, you're about to know us and love us, or somebody who knows us loves you a lot that has shared our information and directed you to this program that we'd love to tell you all about. And it's called Heal Your Energy, Heal Your Life. And I am Sensei Anthony. I'm here with the brain coach, Coach Melissa Miraz. And we're here to just tell you a little bit about ourselves, what is qualifying us to teach this program, a little bit about why we're doing this for you. And let's just take it away. Let's just jump right in here, all right? So Coach Melissa, it's such an honor to be creating this program with you. I'm really excited.
So exciting.
Working together. We've been talking about this for years. And, you know, recently this has come together into something super beautiful and magical. I just can't wait to share it with everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you. Tell us a little bit about Coach Melissa. Who are you? What is your work in the world? What is your what qualifies you to be teaching the things that you'd like to teach our students through this?
So my name is Melissa. I'm so honored to be here with you guys. Who am I? Just a human, fellow Earthling.
Yes, you are.
Just an Earth. You know, basically what I feel called in my life to do is to be sharing what I've learned in my own journey. And I made a very profound promise when I was in a very vulnerable space, you know, to do my very best to share what I've learned for the betterment of all of us collectively, myself included, you know. So basically, I help people optimize their neural health and develop a deeper relationship with their mind and body, right? So that they sense their wholeness, you know, that we sense our sameness, our connection collectively, which is quite a rather beautiful place to be. I've earned my Master's of Science in Yoga Therapy and my Bachelor's of Science in Recreation Therapy. I'm also a personal trainer and a Reiki Master. But I think, right, life is really what qualifies us the most. And when I was 18, I sustained a traumatic brain injury from a pretty radical car accident. And some things you just learn, you can only learn from the inside out. So I had to redevelop my relationship with my senses and my body to operate it and to get it strong again. And my cognition, right? Like thinking is a skill that we develop. Being able to regulate my emotions and be here now, present and focused. There was a lot of work behind all of that. And, you know, life is full of traumatic and crazy random things. So, right, there's a lot to the story, really, but ultimately working through that is something that really guides my work in helping people develop and optimize their own neural health, you know, between the mind and body.
Yeah. And there's so much more that you haven't revealed about yourself that our audience here is definitely going to get to know you should they choose to work with us. You're very humble, but you're also very wise. So thank you for sharing a little bit about you. I'm honored to be here with you. I'm Sensei Anthony. My name is Anthony Penzarella. I'm a Reiki master teacher and a spiritual life coach. I have been coaching people at the professional level, at the executive level in human development, executive coaching and personal growth inside of the corporate arena as well as in personal areas of my life. I've been involved in transformation coaching from a personal level as well as from a training standpoint since about 2001. So 20 years in transformational coaching and now transformational teaching. I became a Reiki master, which sort of rounded out my empowerment of myself, where I came across Reiki, a Japanese healing art for healing the mind, body, and spirit, and really sort of took my coaching and teaching practice to the next level. Not only did I bring in a new skill as an energy healer, I've also been teaching people how to channel universal life energy and how to conduct themselves in a practitioner capacity for going on about 7 years now. So I'm a master teacher. I'm training master teachers. I've been coaching a very, very long time in lots of different areas. The majority of my work is in spirituality coaching and teaching about ancient principles of energy and how these principles affect our lives and how we can use these principles to live better, more well, more empowered, more enlightened lives, illuminating people everywhere I go. My mission here is to inspire healing and empowerment everywhere I go, no matter where I am. I personally have gone through several different major life circumstances, similar to Coach Melissa, where I'm saying that life is one of our best teachers. What I've gone through, and you'll learn this about me as we go, but nobody should really have to go through what I went through. But when I went through it, I realized what I had to prepare me to go through it. So I had a health crisis back in 2014, where I was diagnosed with seven different debilitating conditions. I was a train wreck of a human being in terms of my health, and something had to be done drastically and rapidly. And I transformed myself from those health conditions. I was able to reverse those health conditions and live a fairly healthy life and happy life for the next 5 years until I got hit with the midlife crisis, where I went through a divorce, I went through bankruptcy, I went through a loss of business, and I got cancer. And, I spent 2020 going through chemotherapy and just thought I was on my way out. But guess what? In 2021, I'm on the other side of it. And I attribute that to all the preparation, the physical, mental, spiritual, emotional preparation that I've done. And some of those practices we're going to teach you about in this program. So, for me, the reason I'm qualified to teach you, not only because of the things that I've become certified in as a healer and as a coach, but also because of the things that I've gotten through and know how to really take people and guide them through their own process. My mission here is to teach you that you really are your own healer. You really are your own best advocate, regardless of the practices you're using. You have an opportunity to heal yourself. And we always talk about healing the energy first, because there are some energetic things you actually have to address before we even think about wellness of the body. It always starts in the energy, in my humble opinion. And so, that's what I'm about. That's what I'm up to. That's why I wanted to create this with Coach Melissa, with you. And, that's just a little bit about me. Let me ask you something, Coach. Now, I have reasons, my own personal as well as selfish reasons for inviting you into this container. Number one, you are my yoga teacher. And I have selfish reasons for bringing you into this because I want to learn more about this practice. Not that we're teaching everybody yoga here, right? But yeah. I want to learn more and go deeper and really master the things that you're teaching me, right, to develop my life. And I've just taken so much from you over the years, and more specifically over the past 6 or 7 months that we've been more formally working together. I'm honored to have you here. And there's so many reasons. I'll go into them later. But why did you decide to, partner with me? What was it about me that had you create this with me? And, what would you like our viewers and our audience to know about me?
I remember, it is an energy thing, right? Like it's all energy. I remember the first time you and I met, that as soon as we met, it was just instant ease, and flow, and, you live it. I was immediately invited to a Reiki session and to watch how you conduct yourself in your space, and that matters to me. I'm always guiding people. I mean, that's what I do with my life as an integrative therapist. From people with different abilities to professional athletes, and how we do things matters. It's so much the base of what I feel and share. And you had that flow, and I recognized that immediately. And I was like, just, there's trust, and you got to trust those you work with. And that is incredible. And you're a master at your craft. I've turned to you at my darkest hour for healing and to hold space. So who else would I want to do this with?
Who else? I don't know. I mean, I guess
Indy just
it would
laughed.
have to be me, right?
Indy just laughed. She went,
And Indy's here with us too. So when you get to know us further, you're going to realize that we have a sidekick. That's Indy. So that's amazing. Thank you for saying that. It's been an honor, really, since we picked up, I think it was like, what was it, 2017 or something like that. And we met before the Reiki class I was doing. You're kind of in and out. And yeah, it was a vibe thing. We resonated with each other, and we swapped stories, and, we had coffee, and we were just like there was so much in common. We're like, we need to work together and like do something. And then you went off and did your thing, and I went off and did my thing. And then we're kind of like coming back together after a few years of struggle and treachery and all kinds of nasty stuff that happened in our life.
Yeah. Life.
But
and this is why it's important to have a strong foundation and inner networking, so that we always, no matter the storm, find ourselves right side up.
Yeah, exactly. And when I was thinking about, so two things, right? So you not only were we friends, you'd come to me for Reiki teaching over the year. I kind of started helped you continue down this path. But really, after we started working together again and reconnecting after, my illness and COVID and everything, I was really looking for another master teacher, right? I mean, I had been searching for a yoga therapist, a yoga teacher for several years. And, when I started learning from you and I started absorbing, the teachings that you had and your mastery of the craft and of the philosophy and of the different concepts, not only within yoga, but within science and physiology and about the breath. And I think to myself, man, I've been practicing yoga for like 15 years. And when I practiced with you, I was like, I think I did yoga for the first time. And you taught me so much about the body, about the breath, about the brain. I'm obsessed with brain and neuroscience. And you just kind of like popped into this container and like taught me so much. And I tend to be sort of this like happy-go-lucky, run around, follow the intuition, follow the energy. Everything's going to follow the spirit. And, I can just flow in and out of any container. But what I look for in a partner and in a collaborator and somebody who's a teacher is somebody that can put boundaries around me, because my energy can spill out everywhere, right? It's big. It's a big.
It's beautiful.
Energy. And I have a lot of different things that I do and focus on, but I needed somebody to put those structures around that energy so I can channel and focus on the disciplines that I needed to conduct myself so that I could continue on this journey. One of the things I realized after working with you specifically is that when I experienced this breakdown in my body, this breakdown in my mind, this breakdown in my spirit that coagulated into these conditions that I had to go through last year with the cancer, I realized that something wasn't aligned, something wasn't working. I had a different sort of understanding of who I was and what was right for me. And there were certain things that I was doing that were hurting my body, right? Even though I wasn't aware of them at the time. But over time, they really, really broke me down. And my body was, even though I've gotten through this, my body was not resilient enough to ward off these things before they started, right? My body was not ready. And so the conditions and the dis-ease took me down, right? It took me down, and I spent a year and a half building back up and using the practices that I know about to go forward and to gain my strength and my performance and my mentality and my emotional health and my leadership. All the things, right, that I know and love and do and teach people, I had to put them all into practice. So, the master, first of all, is always practicing, and I got a chance to step into my mastery in the biggest way of my life. And then you've come along to take me even further on that journey, because I said, look, now that the physical healing is out of the way, I need to get in touch with something deeper, and I need to shift my own practices so that they incorporate more of the things that are absolutely non-negotiable for me to create the structures in my life to create that resilience. And so that's one of the main reasons why I'm so drawn to you and your mastery and your teachings, because of all the things, right? Like your delivery style, your humor, your creativity, your passion for this work, they just get me. And you know me as a student, you connect with me, you know what I need. And I just know that you're the best choice. It took me over a year to find my teacher alone, and let alone somebody to collaborate with and to create this program. I don't think anybody who's here could be in better hands than they are with you, alongside here. So that's true. That's totally authentic for me. That's, yeah. Big hugs, sir, virtual hugs.
And so it is.
So it is. And so I do have another question for you, right? Before we kind of wrap up this video, because we have several more. If you're following along this series, we're going to go into talking, about the series itself, what you get, what the benefits are. So after this video, there's going to be another one for y'all to watch. You can even dive into a little bit deeper about who we are. But really, this is all about you, and we wanted to just express not only your gratitude for staying this long and for wanting to know about what we're up to, and for asking, right? So you're here for a reason. You are somehow attracting this information for whatever reason, right? I believe that, what we are seeking is actually seeking us. So something in this video, you're resonating about us, we're resonating about you, we're drawing each other to each other. So there are no accidents. But I wanted to ask you, Coach, what is like the one thing, if you had to say one thing about what you want people to get from this program, what's the impact that you want to make? What do you want people to leave with after this program?
I want them to feel connected to self and source, and live a life free of unnecessary suffering.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And thank you for that, with conviction. Look at that face. Look, it's just, you got conviction all over you. I love it. And I think for me, it's really about teaching the world that you are your own master, right? We're your guide. We're your coach. We're your teachers. But we're learning the lessons too. We're implementing these practices too. We're not here sitting up in our ivory tower on the white pedestal, showing you the way things ought to be, right? We're living this work. And because we're living this work, and because I'm living this work, I want people to come along with me, right? So again, selfish reasons. I want you to know that you are the absolute master of your own life. right? Besides your source, besides your creator, right? You are the absolute master of how you experience your life, right? You physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, right? You are the master. You are the light bringer. You are your own guru, as Tony Robbins says, right? You don't need us. Well, yeah, you do in this container. But after this, my goal is to show you that you don't need us anymore. What you do need is these practices. And my mission is to inspire you to get moving, to get into empowering practices, and to transform your life. I want to see your life completely transformed in every aspect of your being. Mind, body, soul. Let's get it all together, right? That's the impact I want to make. I want to inspire you to heal yourself, heal your life, heal your past, and realize that you have an incredibly bright, empowering future right ahead of you if you have the right foundations. So that's our little secret that we're going to teach you about, is the foundations and the disciplines and the non-negotiables, right?
Yeah.
So
To
that's
open
what
you
we're
up
up
to
that's
your
what we're up to.
abundance.
So that's what we're up to. Coach, do you have anything else to leave them with before we go?
It just feels nice to be speaking this out loud. You know? It does. And the abundance is already here. You know, we just got to do the right things to tap into it. You know, and define flow. Right? Once we align all elements and domains of self, we very naturally thrive in this life. You can take your own flow, you know, just got to do the work. You got to paddle.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Indeed.
So nice to meet you. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everybody, for now.